Hello, my name is Marvin, and welcome to the Spiritual Alchemist channel. So today's topic is the reign of I Am. And when we are, going through our language courses, whether it be English, Spanish, or whichever native language that you've learned, often there are pronouns, and I'll be discussing those at first with about the effect of we, us, them, I, because they all have a connection to the whole, to that oneness. And with all of the energy coming up, and it's already at our doorsteps, we see that a lot of the old concepts, energies are at this time pretty much fighting, and we have the planets that are, aligning as well, such as Uranus, as well as Saturn, which is one of the main rulerships as well. So if we look at the pronouns, we'll start with those that are collective, such as the pronoun of us. So us is within that realm of I am, aware of us as that collective unit. So belonging to the whole, and as well as supporting to create and influence. So with that group, we want to often give support or to have some sort of influence. And if we look at them, of course, often we hear the term or that little phrase, it's us against them. So if we're looking at them, them is just within that realm of, I am aware of them as a collective unit, with the, with that active role occupied by, I belonging to that whole as well. And then when we look at we's also within the realm of as a collective unit belonging to the whole. So when we talk about we talk about all of us collectively belonging. And that is always the case because we always belong. We're not separate. So when we come to this planet, there are actually, two eyes that are formed. There's the one that's formed by the government that gives us those documents that say that we exist. And then there is from the Creator, where we have that soul print. So if we're looking at I is within that sphere, and that I'm aware that I am that single entity, but yet I belong to the whole. And so what is meant by this limited sense of self that is different from oneself. Okay, so there is the one self, and there is that self, right? So the one self and the self. And on the other hand, the soul knows the real I. And this is the self of the person, okay? The self of the person. And that limited self-awareness is a form of expression. So that is a mirror of the self that has forgotten, where to originally find it. So we originally find ourselves within. So what we're seeing externally is all a facade. It is the big screen. And what does a screen do? A screen separates something from coming in. So if I have a screen on a window, it is going to separate me from the external, from the example, the insects that might try to come in. So the big screen. So take a look at the video that I created on reality. And this will give you some sort of feeling as to what has been created and that we're living in this matrix. So we see as well on this planet with an exchange of power. So if we look, there have been an exchange of power. And often in our lives when there is, I would say, someone that's had a lot of influence worldwide, rather it be a monarch, rather it be an athlete, and when they make their transition, this impacts us because we have sort of emotions attached to it. And this is what's important. So if we talk about events, to vent, to let go of those emotions, those feelings that have been attached to that. So it's all right to have those sorts of feelings, to see what has happened, how I feel about it, but then to let it go and not to, hold on to those. So, and if we think of something like a board of chess, a chess game, it is very crucial as to the moves that are made as far within that power and how much power is given. So just remember, you are reigning over you, so over I. And this feeling of love, of acceptance for the self is so, so important. And this is why we say, take back your power. Take back the control of who you are. Go within. Know thyself. So these are very, very important for us, especially in this time of changing energies, concepts, emotions, thoughts, and the throne, take the throne and take your crown. It is your decision as to what your crown will look like. And of course, talking about the crown, it's coming from the crown chakra. So monarchs often represented, of course, this is all symbolism, so ruling from the crown. So it is important for us to rule from our own crown. And it is your decision which crown you decide. It is your decision which throne you sit on. So I am is important for who we are. And wishing you love, light, stay divine, and keep shining. Lots of love. Until next time.